Because of our changes in the last so many years between 5'4" to 2 metre back to 6 foot, and also the addition of some lease farms that we've taken on, we currently have 5 row spacings. So a hydraulically driven precision applicator, we could very easily alter the working width of the machine by just changing it in the console instead of changing sprockets and cogs, and you'd get there and go, okay, that wasn't quite the rate I wanted, so I'll go the one heavier. And you know, if you went 10% heavier over your entire farm all the time, you know, that's a lot of fertiliser, and with the current prices, that's a lot of money. And they're nutrients that you're putting on the ground that the crop doesn't require. So you've wasted that money and you've wasted the time applying it, really. So this at least gives us the ability to, on the go, change the rate, change the width of the machine. You know, we can pull out of a 5'4" block and straight into a 2 metre block, only bolting on a couple of chutes to aid the fertiliser to get out into the stool where we want it is the only thing that we have to alter between those two. The console does the rest. This basically is our controller at the moment because this has had some very good soy crops through our nutrient management program. We're only putting on 500 kilos per hectare of urea-based single shot at the moment. Basically, to change row spacings, we go into setup, channel setup, and then down here is our spreading width, 5.5 metres, which is 3 6-foot rows. So if you want to change that, just press enter, make it, if we're in 2 metre rows, we make it 6 metres, press enter, back to operate. I suppose the nuts and bolts of the machine is actually this hydraulic valve block under here. It drives through this plastic coupling, which surprisingly is still going, through the gear sets and back through the other side. On the other end is its counter, or like its tacho. Yeah. So it knows how many times the shaft is going around per minute. So basically, if any chain or anything breaks on the machine while you're going, that counter stops and alarms go off in the cab. You know instantly something's gone sort of a little bit silly. So we were very happy with that, because quite often being a fertiliser bin, things do go silly. One other thing we liked about it is the sheer fact of when you change products, you don't have to go through this whole elaborate calibration thing again. Because it works on a volume, when you do your initial calibration setup of a machine, you weigh 1 litre of your product and you tell the machine what that density coefficient is. And like the first one we did was actually smack bang on 1 kilo to 1 litre. Then we went on to the next lot of brews and they're actually 0.9 of a kilo per litre. We only have to tell the machine that and it automatically adjusts. For our bins, because we do 3 rows complete with every pass, when you get to either having 1 row or 2 rows or whatever left over in your block, we traditionally used to hop out, shut the slide to where it needed to be. We thought that that was a bit time consuming, so we've now put hydraulics on all the slides on the bottom of our bin, and from the cab now we can control the width of the machine, whether we do 1, 2, 3 rows, the rate we're putting on. You know, I think the only time he has to hop out is for a smoke now. We understand it's absolutely not best practice that we drop it on top, but we fought with coulters for years to apply it under the ground. I think on a good day, if you put out 8 to 10 tonne of fertiliser through coulters, you were very proud. We put out 26 tonne a day through this machine. We're a lot more efficient, and with the amount of ground we need to cover, and this is the only fertiliser machine we own, you know, we need to be covering, you know, 26 tonne a day. We have the ability to shift around on quite a lot of farms, and once the fertiliser's applied, we have irrigators basically ready to go. Like we've got an irrigator sitting down the end here. When we've got this block sufficiently done, that winch will be started and put it in. So hopefully minimising any losses you might have through, you know, atmospheric conditions, or if we're lucky enough to get a storm. But at the moment it's not looking very likely.